Welcome everybody, I'm happy that you all joined again to my channel, Moon High Effect. This is trading lesson number 11 and we're still on the candles at this point, but it's important that you know them all and that you recognize there's patterns and also in TradingView. But we will go over that after we seen all the candles, and then we will also go into it, how you draw it onto it and everything else. So stay tuned and let's go. What is a candle pattern? Part 3, and how to recognize them really. And which difference of candles do we have? Today we're going to talk about the Dojis. These are very important because the Dojis, on the left side you can see a Doji. So a Doji candlestick is a candlestick that's really flat. So that means that the closing and opening price is almost exactly the same. So it's so flat that he didn't do anything. So if this was a day candle, that means that it was completely opened and closed almost on the same price. So that means that you cannot decide which way the market is going. In the day itself, it did live a few wicks after it. So you see that the wick went up and the wick went down. But at the ending and the starting day of this candle, it completely closed as a flat line. So why are Doji candlesticks important? Because if they are on the upper side, or on the downside, so if they are at a support or at a resistant and a support, and they are found on these special levels, then you will consider that the market has a lot of chance that the market will change direction again. So keep in mind, we saw this with the previous ones too, that if these are at crucial levels, those support and resisting is one of the crucial levels that we have in the market, that the direction of the candles can change. So if this was an up way, so this is a bullish part of it, this Doji went on to the resistance and the downwards trend started, because it showed that neither the buyers or the sellers were winning. So it was undecided. So this market is an undecided market. Why an undecided? Because it didn't go up or it didn't go down in that whole day. It was just flat. So very important to remember. So a Doji is a very flat candle. It has a very flat candle body and they do have wicks. And normally there's almost the same size for a Doji. Now we have a few other Dojis. Which Doji do we have? We have a Dragonfly Doji. And a Dragonfly Doji is one like here, or one that you can see here too. I'm just going to explain it on the right one first, and then I'm going to show you on the left side why this drawing is here. So what does a Doji Dragonfly have? The starting price and the closing price is completely flat too. But what happened in that hour or in that day? That the market went down first of all. So the sell people got ahead of the market. And they were winning ground when the buyers completely bought everything back up by the ending of the day. And the Doji said it is undecided at this point where the market is going. So you cannot say it's going up or it's going down at this point if you just have it singly. So what does it do when you are in a downtrend and you're reaching a support level? So it's very important when you are reaching this ground level, then that you can see if you have a Doji Dragonfly, that means it went through your support and it was bought back up, that you normally will go in changing of direction. This can take a few more candles before we change direction. But look, if you see a few patterns further, like 3 patterns further, you can also see here a bullish entanglement bar, because this one eats that one up. We have taught this in a few lessons before, so that you have 2 confirmations now already on those few tiny days that the market will change direction. So you have one here that indicated that the market will change, but you also have them here. So if you then change and you are sure of it, that you have 2 markers already and 1 confirmation in the market. So that means that you have pretty much sure that the market is going to change direction. So this would be a perfect entry. But you can also play with the Dragonflies. They are a bit less accurate. But if they have an extra confirmation with this, it's a beautiful sign that the market will change direction and that you are able to take an entry at that point. So we have a third one, and that's a Gravestone Doji. That's the opposite of the Dragonfly, because when what's the difference between a Gravestone and a Dragonfly? A Dragonfly is bullish, and a Gravestone Doji is a bearish sign. That means if you have this pattern in a bullish halfway somewhere, it does not change the market. It does not change the direction of the market. You can always have this on key points, on support or resisting levels, that this can change also the market on its movings. So if the ceiling was here, it's easier to call it a ceiling and a ground floor. So when the ceiling is here and it wanted to go through it, that meant that the buying pressure was very high that day, but it completely came back to the start point when the opening and the closing price is as good as the same, and it left a long tail or a long wick to show you that the market is going to change direction. And what did it do? A few days afterwards, the market changed direction because this was on a crucial ceiling point that it did not go through. So again, let me explain. A bearish candlestick is this. So when you find this up on the top sides, that means that we have an opening and a closing almost at the same level. It had a little bit more downward pressure than upward pressure. And what did the market do? It went completely up the market because the buyers were very positive at this point and they were thinking they were going to win. But the sellers took it over by the end of the day and made sure that they even won some grounds at the end of the day, and it's only almost as flat as it can be. So this was the 3 candles that I wanted to learn you today. If you don't understand any of this yet, that's okay. We will go over it in TradingView. I will show you everything how it works on TradingView too. So we will look at this a few times so that you can remember these candles patterns, because they are very accurate in the market itself. And I'll show you step by step also when we do TradingView. Maybe if you open TradingView, you already have an account. Try spotting the few of them and look where the market goes at that point. Is it accurate what I said, or is it not? Does it feel good with you to work with these candlesticks or candles? Then it's good for you. So if it's not, take another one. There are a few more that we can choose, but these ones that I put in here are quite accurate and quite good. So that's why I'm really showing these guys. So thank you for your attentions. Much love for everyone. Smile and be thankful. Love each other. And I see you in the next lesson. Ciao.